Bless Squad, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy, Blessed Applesauce to the Bless y'all with another video here on Blessed to Invest. And today I want to talk about opening bell trading. This is going to be a very critical video because some people are very nervous about trading the opening like 5 to 15 minutes just because of how volatile it is. But me personally, I think if you don't trade this area, you're missing out on the biggest moves in the market. Just look how big these candles are. And if you're able to capture these moves, you can make a lot of money in the first 5 to 15 minutes and leave all this extra chop alone. Like you can see how it's not moving. It moves, but it takes look how quick this move occurred versus look how long this type of move occurred. So just to compare this from here, this was a 2% move in about 5 minutes. To make another 2%, it's going to take another like 2 or 3 hours to do that. So if you can knock this out and get your 2% in the first 5 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, versus somebody that's trading during the day and it takes them 2 hours, why wouldn't you want to know how to do that? So in this video, I'm going to give you just some basic tips on how to trade the opening bell and what you can do to improve your opening bell win rate and percentages, stuff like that. So before we get into it, make sure you spam the like button. Of course, spam the like button and also sub down below. So starting out, when you're trading in the opening bell, first and foremost, you want to make sure you're marking out your levels. You're marking out your key levels. So you want to mark out your pre-market high, your pre-market lows, your whole and half dollar levels. And you also want to pull your levels from the daily chart. I think I have a couple of levels here, but you also want to pull them for the daily chart so you can see exactly what's going on. So daily chart level here, a couple of daily levels here. And all you're doing is just pulling all your support and resistances so you can identify where this stock is going to potentially bounce at. So as you can see, once we pulled out these levels, you can see, okay, we have this level here where it could potentially bounce. We have this level here where it could potentially bounce. We have this level here where it could potentially bounce. And as you can see, when we get here, it actually did bounce on these levels. So we have this level here, very key level. When it opened up, it came all the way up to here. And it also holds onto these levels throughout the day. So this level here, take interest in, boom, right here. You can take interest in, and you can see that even throughout the day, these levels are consistent because it's more of a psychological thing where everybody knows, everybody's looking for some type of bounce at this level. So buyers are going to step in or sellers are going to step in and try to reverse the overall trend, the direction, as you can see here. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody looks at support and resistance, so it just tends to work out. So the rule of thumb, what you want to do after you determine your support and resistance levels, you also want to see, okay, is the stock below the pre-market high? And let's change that color here. Let's change this color because this is a critical line that I look at here. We're going to make that purple. The main line that I look at is the pre-market high level. This is going to be the number one level you're going to use to determine the direction of your trade. Forget the news. News is important, yes. All these things, all these indicators and stuff are important, but the main thing I want y'all to focus on is it below the pre-market high or is it above the pre-market high? And it's going to be very simple. If it's above, if the price is above the pre-market high, you're going to go long. If it's below the pre-market high, you're going to be more short bias. You're going to be going short. So once it got here, above this purple line, the pre-market high, you're going to say, okay, this is a long trade. I'm taking this long. I'm going to be buying this, and you're going to be looking for your potential setup on the long side. That's all you're going to be doing. It's going to be very simple. We don't want to complicate it. We're going to keep it super simple. This is already complicated enough. Just say above the pre-market high, we're going long. Below the pre-market high, we're planning to go short. And what you can do, you can place your stop loss around this level. So what I do is I analyze the level 2 and the tape. So you're going to look at, okay, I have my levels set out. I understand I'm short bias. Let's say I'm short bias as this thing opens up. And you're going to look at your level 2 and your tape, and you're going to identify, okay, where are the buyers and sellers coming in? This is a super aggressive candle. As you can see, you're going to want to compile all this information together. You don't want to just look at one thing and say, okay, this is what it is. So currently, based on it being below the pre-market high, you're going to be short bias. But you also want to look at other indicators. You want to look at the strength of the candle. You want to look at the level 2 to see where buyers and sellers are coming in. You also want to look at your indicator. If you're an indicator type trader where you're looking at more of the EMA, SMA. So in this case, this thing is screaming strong green candle, strong buyers. So potentially you don't want to buy this. You want to wait for it to get weak. You want to look for some weakness. You want to look for some weakness in this stock, and then you want to take it short. In this case, there was no weakness in the stock. So even though we're looking for short trades, there were no weakness in this play. So it gets above this level. And then we're going to determine, okay, we're going to go long. This is our long bias trading now. So this is our level. It starts to see a reversal. As you can see, this is a bullish engulfing candle right here. You're also going to be able to see that on the level 2 and tape. Since the market's closed right now, you're not going to be able to see that. But when you're trading, indicators are going to pop up letting you know, okay, these are bullish signals to potentially take a position on this. And that's what you want to look for. You want to look for your bias, and then you want to look for your trading setup. So that's what this is on the opening bell setup. It's pretty simple. Learn to take advantage of these opportunities. If you can master these first 5 to 15 minutes, literally you can turn your trading around. And we're going to look at a couple more charts just so y'all can see a better understanding. So this is one I traded Friday, and this falls in line the same example. The pre-market high, let's change the color. Change that to purple. So above the pre-market high, we're going long. Below the pre-market high, we're going short. So as you can see here, these are our resistance levels, the ones that are marked out in the blue. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's more here, but I don't need to. Let's just mark it out just because. So we got one right here. We got another one right there. We got another one right there. Oops. Another one right there. So here's our support and resistance levels here as marked out from the pre-market chart. And then you're going to identify, okay, we're going to be short bias on this trade. And then we're going to take our, and there's also one like right here. And we're going to take our positions on these levels and be biased short. So we're waiting for our potential setup on the short side on this trade. And it did give it to us. It pushed all the way up to here. We can take it short. It was aggressively selling off, selling off, selling off, selling off. And you could have took this trade all the way down on this play because we're short bias. And you would have made a good 6-7% on your money. You would have to either tape read this or have an exit strategy where you can either take some money off the table or you can completely just sell out of your position when you see the reversal candle here, because this is a clear reversal. It's a reversal on the support level here, and then it also starts to trend up. But that's what you're gonna have to figure out once you're determining your system. Once you figure out the system that works for you, determine your exit strategy. Determine how much size you're gonna put on, and determine like where you're gonna get in. That's really what it's gonna come down to on this. But really, the short bias, long bias is super simple. Above the pre-market high, go long. Below the pre-market high, go short. And you can even see as throughout the day, if you were to stick to this theory of just going long above the pre-market high, you would have made a lot of money on this play. This thing kept going. It was a very aggressive, just keep buying. Let's say you're a breakout trader, just keep buying the breakouts above the pre-market high. You would have made a lot of money on this. If you are a pullback trader, you can just keep buying the pullbacks on this, and you would have made a lot of money on this play. But simplest term, I recommend for those first 5 minutes, analyze the tape, because the tape is critical. You need to know Analyze the tape and analyze where the candlesticks are, what the candles are telling you, because they're going to be able to determine what where confirmation is. And then also look at that pre-market high to determine what direction you need to take, what bias you need to be on the trade. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section down below. I can chop it up with y'all and give y'all a couple of ideas. We can bounce some ideas off of one another, because all we're here to do on this channel is continue growing and continue growing our trading accounts and get better as traders. But that's going to wrap it up. It's been your boy, Blessed Applesauce. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next time on Blessed to Invest.
Just to see tomorrow is a blessing. Stay prayed up is the message. Everything about a nigga blessed. Everything about a nigga blessed.